Aquarius, let's start with your reading. Today, we are going to look into the energies around you, and then we will focus on the upcoming events for you. All right, let's start with your messages. Okay. Wow. This is definitely wow. This is definitely good. This is definitely good for you, Aquarius. There is a lot happening around you, and we see how something that is about to take place right now, it's deeply going to impact your journey going forward. And it's going to bring happiness and stability right here with the Emperor as well. But first of all, we'll start with the first card, the Wheel of Fortune. Changes. A lot of happy changes, in fact. Right here, you're starting this journey, which is going to fully materialize in your near future, as you see here. There is an overall change of direction regarding this situation. And again, you might not be perceiving this yet, but it's definitely going to show up into your environment sooner than you think. Although the Wheel of Fortune is a major arcana, an energy that is out of our control, it's something that we do influence at a certain degree. There is a lesson here that needs to be learned, something that obviously with the Eight of Cups you are letting go of, which is going to revolutionize the very foundation of this situation. You're walking away from a toxic energy, from a toxic situation. And maybe, all along, you might have been dealing with overall manipulation and mind games, and now you're just tired of it. For some of you, this is you playing mind games on yourself, sabotaging yourself. But for most of you, this is definitely an external energy coming from someone else. Right here, I see you thinking, I have given enough of time, given enough of myself. I gave too many opportunities to make things right. And now I'm just not going to try anymore. I've done my part, and I'm ready to walk away. What I love about these energy the most is that there is a sense of freedom here. Realizing that those chains that you felt they were keeping you connected to this person and this situation did not really exist. And while you're walking away, you feel lighter and lighter at every step. You're thinking, you know what? I'm not going to deal with this anymore. When you're done with your games and your ways, you can come talk to me. But until then, I do not need you here. So let me just go. Let me just forget about this. And then in the future, we'll see what happens. You have a lot of confidence here. And you're standing in your power and showing them that the fact that you do care about them still, and perhaps you still love them, it isn't enough anymore to keep you fighting for them. Regardless of how I feel, my emotions will not be dictating my actions any longer. And so perhaps in a way you realize that you have contributed to this outcome in a certain way. Maybe you have, in the past, you have been justifying certain behaviors or giving them too many chances, but you're quickly learning any lesson that needs to be learned here. Therefore, you're going to move forward very quickly from now on. And this Eight of Cups really puts you in a position where you have to ask yourself a couple very important questions. Am I happy here? Do I see myself being happy in the future in this situation? And I do believe, given these two cards, that the answer for most of you is no. And so you are walking away. But after you walk away and do what's best for you, you might enter a phase of slight confusion. You are done fighting now, right? So you have gained a lot of your time back, a lot of your mental energy as well. And you might be thinking, all right, what now? Sometimes these sort of quiet but long-lasting fights become part of who you are, whether we know it or not. And when they go away, we might struggle understanding what we're looking for at this point. Do I want to meet someone new? Do I want instead to take a break from love and just focus on myself? Focus on my job, my family, my friends. What makes me happy now? And with the Four of Cups, you might not be crazy about the current dynamic of the situation, about perhaps the monotony of the situation. And it is impacting your confidence, the same confidence that helped you moving away from this person, from someone who just did not do enough for you. And so, for reasons that are not really related to this person, you might end up thinking about them from time to time and wondering if they ever cared about this connection, if they ever cared about you. Now that the excitement of the letting go part has wore off, you look back, still convinced of your decision, don't get me wrong, but nevertheless wishing that they would have put up a fight or tried to resist this change. What you don't know, Aquarius, is that that resistance actually did take place. It hasn't been shown off to you for reasons that only this person knows, but there is a lot of sadness here, together with guardness. That guardness that can only come from pride, from ego. And perhaps that has always been the main issue in between the two of you. There was love, there were a lot of things that were beautiful in between the two of you, but that ego and pride never allowed the two of you to truly express yourself to one another. But look at this Ace of Cups now. There is a timid love offer wanting to enter your environment, but it's not coming up because there is still some healing that needs to be done. And this healing can happen just individually. The two of you apart, trying to figure yourself out, it's actually what you need to do right now in order to realize a lot of things. Realize what it is that you want from this connection, what you are wanting from this other person, and what you're willing to risk for it as well. And when I say you, I mean the both of you. This person truly needs to be without you to realize how awful it is to be without you. There is definitely a lot of love here, a lot of it. But as we were saying earlier, it isn't enough. It needs to be expressed in order for it to grow in a healthy and steady way. And I do feel that need for this person to now not be close to you, because it's going to reveal something of themselves. And here you can see a very specific message with these cards. And the message is, love needs time. Right here, we see that things are going to get balanced once they take a look at themselves without the possibility to blame you for things or finding overall excuses. They will be able to give love a real chance without sabotaging anymore, without underestimating this beautiful connection as they have done actually up to this point. There is balance coming back in your life, Aquarius, especially from a love standpoint. It could be from and with the same person or with someone new, doesn't matter. I just feel that for most of you, there is something beautiful coming your way. But when it comes to this previous person and connection, you haven't seen the lust of it yet. Someone just really needed to learn their lesson before realizing what they have to do. Now, we need to understand if this change right here is permanent, or if there is still a possibility that this person just wants to feel you close to them to then start taking you for granted once again. You know, with the Ace of Wands, you do see someone about to make a move, and things are about to heat up again between the two of you. You know, a good sign is definitely that this death energy is coming right after this Ace of Wands, because it talks about a move that will completely end a cycle, ending something that was just not working, in order to make room for a new approach, a new chapter that could potentially lead you to stable and long-lasting happiness, as you see here with the Sun. This person is definitely realizing that without you, the sweet ain't that sweet. And they're about to make a comeback from what I see here. This is something that could be very powerful if they handle it the right way. If they handle it with stability, and if they don't base their upcoming actions from a very emotional standpoint. They need to know what they want. And once they do that, they need to fight for it. That's the only way that this can actually work in the future for the two of you. So how will this comeback evolve in the future? Is this something you should still invest your time and love into? Or is it time for you to focus on a future where you can still find balance and happiness, but away from this person? It's best to know in advance, so that if you have to end up with a disappointment, at least you know it right away, preparing to finally move on and starting the process of healing. There is balance and happiness coming your way, Aquarius, and whatever the outcome of this connection is going to be, the upcoming events are going to take you here to the Sun. Is it going to be with or without this person? Let's see what you should expect from them in the near future, and how this is all going to evolve in the distant future. Wow, we got a hint right there. Let's keep going with all the messages. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, Aquarius, don't forget that every single week I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal 30-minute reading. I send out emails every Monday morning. Make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Aquarius. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the future events, it's absolutely beautiful. And you'll be happy to hear that now this energy is all about Pentacles. And one thing that I've noticed in the past is that this person never really made a specific move, a specific decision, never really committed to something long term. Whereas right now with Pentacles, this is all about being long term. And these two energies here are talking about someone who's going to be very practical about things. And overall, with the Ten of Pentacles, we see an evolution into your own individual life, love life, that it's going to take you to a place where you're really going to be able to have it all. Now, is it going to be with this person, or is it going to be away from this person? Let's start looking into what they are about to do in the near future. Let's see what this change, what this realization, it's going to trigger in this person. Let's see what they are planning to do, what they're about to do, and how overall it's going to evolve in the distant future as well. Let's clarify this Justice card and this Emperor card as well, and then we'll take it from there. Oh, wow. This person, oh, there he goes again. Death, these are beautiful cards. Death, rebirth, after the Hermit energy, very important. And then right here, all these changes that were happening underneath the surface are coming up and are showing up around you very quickly. Now, what we see here is definitely